Alright. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy new year to all of you. Welcome. Glad to see you all here today. We're going to be getting started in just a minute. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all had a safe and fun evening last night. I know I certainly did. Yes, this medieval tomb music does make me want to build a huge cathedral. Oh man. Yeah, we're gonna keep it going for the new year. And before we get started into the King of the Hill battles, which we are going to be doing, myself versus A Move Hacker to start. If any of you guys want to join, feel free to shoot me a PM on Discord. Add me on Steam or whatever, and we can try and get you in here. I'm going to be making a list. So far, just A Move Hacker versus myself for round one, and then from there we'll see what happens. But yeah, we got Yosef in here, St. Augustine, Lumberjacks, Wicked, Michael, Jesus, Alec. Welcome everyone. Yosef, of course. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So, just kind of briefly talking about some of my goals for the new year before we get started. So, my goals for this year for the channel are a few fold. Number one is to stream at least 2 times a week. So, I'm gonna be trying to stream on a more regular basis. I'm thinking probably Tuesday, and then maybe as well Sunday as the 2 days I stream primarily, just because those are days that I have relatively available in terms of my day job schedule. So I'm thinking we could probably do a midweek King of the Hill, and then on the weekend maybe I cover a tournament on, Saturday, Sunday, depending on when other people are hosting. But that's sort of my thoughts. Eventually I want to start expanding from there, but I figure 2 times a week to start, probably going to be pretty solid. So, yeah. I don't know if you're my type, St. Augustine, unfortunately, but, yep. Yeah, so 2 times a week. My other goals for this year are to get to 10,000 subscribers. We're not that far off. I just passed 6,000 subs, so I guess this is kind of like my 6,000 sub special, if you will. But, yeah, I'm going to be getting to 10,000 subs, hopefully within the year. Shouldn't be too hard to do. And then my other third goal for the channel is to get to 100 patrons on Patreon. So right now I don't have too many supporters on Patreon, and the more that I can grow that, the more it's going to allow me to step back from my day job and dedicate more time to the channel, which is ultimately what I want to do. So my goal, my long-term goal, this is probably not something that will happen this year, we'll see, is to be able to do this as my full-time job and not have to do any other work or anything else. So we'll see if we get there eventually, but for now I'm doing it just because I enjoy the heck out of it. It's certainly a lot of fun hanging out with all you guys, being able to play and cast some awesome battles. So yeah, we're gonna be getting things going here. Myself versus A Move Hacker here. And it should be a grand old time. So we'll go ahead and let the music play as I'm going to be picking my army here. We'll go ahead and switch this over here and pop that screen blocker up. Not that I think A Move Hacker would screen cheat, but you never know. He might just open it up to read the chat and see my army accidentally or something. So just want to avoid any inadvertent shenanigans. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. I think I'm going to roll with Bretonnia on this one. So let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do here. Good old Bretonnia. Definitely a lot of fun. I guess I should probably be looking at the chat. Yeah, this matchup can definitely be pretty rough for the Empire. Yeah, there's some things you can do, but in a friendly match, I wouldn't necessarily want to do those things, so we'll try something different here. I have some thoughts what we can try. Probably not going to work, but it is worth a try, as they say. Oh man, this Medieval 2 music is so good. Yeah, Bretonnia can also be rough. You are correct, yep. See what I can do here. See what we can do. Alright, I think we're ready to rock here. Let's do this. Go ahead and pop that. We'll get this going here. Get that out of the way. There we go. Yeah, I guess that's probably a pretty safe guess. Probably about April. We'll see. It may even be as soon as March. Considering Three Kingdoms is, what, February, I want to say? I don't know if they've released an official release date, but probably I would guess February. And then, yeah. Not much, Zach. We're just getting started. Just getting started. I was just talking about my goals for the new year. That's the only thing you really missed, so if you're curious to know about that, you can go back after the fact and watch the beginning of this, but oh, don't drop any frames on me here, stream. Come on, hold tight. Oh no. Oh jeez. Oh, don't do this. Why? You're fine. Oh, I apologize about the stream quality, guys. It looks like my stream software is dropping a ton of frames right now, so hopefully this doesn't cause any issues. Is it pretty potato right now? Yes, indeed, Aristo. You'll have to go back to the beginning and watch, but I'm just looking at my... Oh, why, OBS? Why are you doing this? Well, this is exactly what I want. Okay, so, Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream today, guys. Sorry about that. I really have no idea what's going on. Sorry guys, if I could just get the stream to not drop all of the frames, we would actually do the stream, but yeah, it's not even YouTube, it's just my stream. So I lowered the bit rate. Hopefully that helps. I don't really know what's going on because I normally don't have many issues, but just in the past few days, I don't know if OBS pushed out a new update that's just straight up broken or something, but yep. Okay, it seems like we're doing okay now, so hopefully this works. Sorry about the drop in quality, guys, but I can't really do anything about it at the moment, so yeah. Let's just get this over with, I guess. At this point, we're 20 minutes into the stream and haven't had any battles yet, so gotta get something going here.
We are ready! Fighters! Man at arms!
Okay.
Lord of Bretonnia! Fighters! Armed and ready!
Okay. Are we good? I think we're good now. And let's go ahead and get this going here. We'll do that. And okay. I don't know if there's even a noticeable drop in quality for you guys, I'm going to be honest, but that seems to have done the trick. I don't know why, but okay. Go ahead and get this battle going here. Ooh, what do we got? What do we got? Got some Iron Drakes, Goblob. We got some stuff there, okay. Couple of bolt throwers. Dragonbacks. Rune Lord, Rune of Master Things. Okay.
Swiftly! At speed! Post hastes! Ready for battle! With haste!
Okay, let's make him think that we're gonna do something here. Ooh, I'm super tempted to just go in on an alpha strike here, but let's pull these guys back. No, you know what? Not yet, not yet. Let's just pull you guys back. Push you guys in. Okay, now push forward. Come this way, you come this way, you guys also come this way.
We are
There we go. Catch all the blasting charges.
Quick now, for my liege. Noble and pious. At once. To victory. Aye. Questing knight. Honor and glory. Go knights.
Oh, we gotta get back up in the air.
Understood.
Okay, it's looking good there. Let's get you guys running around this way. Back up in the air, come on. Here we go.
Full tilt. Glory awaits. Power of light. Immediately. Quickly. For the lady.
Oh, my guy's getting wrecked. That's not good.
All shall know my power. Hastily.
Ooh, those giant slayers are nasty.
Shift it, as you say. Honor awaits. At speed. Questing knight.
This is not going well, per se. It's going okay.
Come on, lad.
Hard to tell sometimes.
Lord of Bretonnia.
Oh, come on, get back up in the air, guys. Just because one dude is stuck on the ground. Come on.
My honor. Setting for a base.
Oh, yeah, they routed because one of them got stuck on the ground. That's just amazing. And I'm getting my caster killed. Guys, I'm so good at this game, by the way, in case you didn't realize.
Smite them.
Still one of them is stuck on the ground, huh? Oh, man, that is hilarious. That's actually hilarious.
Banter ready. For the lady. To victory. Men at arms. Smite them. Up speed. To honor. Questing knights. Root this. Write them down. Quickly. At once. Brave knights. The lady wills it. As you say. Lord of Bretonnia. For our lady. I am with you. Fight for the lady. Withdraw! Hastily! We rise! Hastily! What? Take the ground! Take the ground!
Oh, come on, Alberic. Get out of there.
To glory!
Man, those giant slayers just do a ridiculous amount of damage. Holy cow.
On speed! Boundless valor! Honor awaits! With haste! Immediately! Swiftly!
Oh, we have one hippogriff. That's amazing. And Alberic's dying. Oh, this is so bad. That was not good at all.
Ready for battle! Write them down! Moving apace! Bow by honor! Questing knights!
Oh, come back, Alberic. Come on. Nope.
Questing knights! Slay them!
Nope, Alberic's not coming back.
For the lady! Quick march! At speed! We are ready!
And somehow they're still firing, even though they should be engaged in melee.
At once!
Alberic's back.
I am with you. Rose teeth! Full teeth! Doing our duty!
By the lady! With haste!
Moving the base.
It is done! Hurry!
Questing knights! At once! Ready!
We'll see. We'll see. We're not out of this yet. The Green Knight's still alive. A regrowth on Alberic so he doesn't just run away.
Hastily! Immediately!
Sorceress!
Moving at pace!
Oh, another Rune of Wrath and Ruin. That's great.
Bretonnia! Take the ground! Honor and glory! Slay them! Glory awaits! Honor before glory! Charge!
Post haste!
And my knights are just like getting stuck in a weird formation over here. That's just great. Oh yeah, this matchup is pretty hopeless against a player that actually knows what they're doing, which a move definitely does, because since he mains the dwarves, I would say. There's no hope. It's pretty much pointless.
At speed! Good fleet! Moving at pace! Quickly!
I don't know. I feel like I didn't bring the best build here, but if I had maybe just like brought a ton of trebuchets and just spread them out, and then yeah, just like camped basically, and not tried to attack at all, maybe that would have worked a little bit better. But hard to say.
Our lady! Full tilt!
Oh, and Alberic routed. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely should have just spammed artillery, but I didn't really want to do that because it's not the most interesting battle to watch, but yep.
Honor!
What's up, Romulan dog? Yep, that was pretty much what I expected. At least I tried. Yeah, just didn't have my micro on point enough today, I guess. Yeah, look at all those infantry that just didn't even get touched. Like, honestly, I should have just, like, not brought any infantry and just, instead of all of these peasants, just brought 4 trebuchets only, and then just, like, yeah, just fired trebuchets, basically, and cycle charged with Cav until he came to me. But, again, that's not something I want to necessarily do in a friendly match, so, yeah. Alright, so, who's up next? We got a King of the Hill, so who's up next? Romulan dog, you in here? Aristo just left for dinner, so who do we got next? Lumberjacks? Alright, let's go. Da-da-da. Whoops. There we go. Nursing a hangover. Yeah, Puggington, I can throw you on the list here. You like that? Yeah, I didn't actually. I can't really drink because of health reasons. So I was the official designated driver last night. So thankfully I am not hungover. I will PM you. Not that it's super secret, but. All right. Yeah, man, that was rough. I feel like even if I had microed my knights better, I just didn't have enough. I don't know. It's like you almost need to just like spam Knights Errant in that matchup, because even the AP of the questing knights just I feel like I didn't have enough numbers. I also didn't micro my calves super well. Like if I had actually spread them out properly, he only had 2 slayers, right? So he couldn't respond to everything at once. I just didn't do that good of a job, like, you know, spreading out my large targets, I guess. I drink wine, I know things. There we go. Oh, sorry, I gotta... We can do Dwarfs versus Greenskins, right? Exactly, yeah, Romulan Dog, yeah. Well, and because I'm investing so much in the AP of the Hippogriffs and the... You know, I have the Green Knight in that build plus Albric. Yeah. Yeah, they're just a little bit... You can just take more numbers, I guess, would be the thing. And in the Lance formation, they still do plenty of damage on the charge, so, yeah. Yeah, I think in hindsight, I would have cut the Regiment of Renowned Questing Knights, the other Questing Knights, and just spammed Knights Errant with that build. Or Trebuchets, honestly. Whoop. Did we lose him? I think we lost him. Ah, connection to Steam was lost. Okay. Well, not really, Wicked. If people want to play, they can just PM me and I'll throw them on a list. You can see I have my super advanced notes for the stream with my 3 goals there. So for those of you who missed it earlier in the stream, I talked about these 3 goals here. I want to stream at least 2 times a week, get to 10,000 subscribers and 100 patrons, and right now I've got these 2 on the list, so... yeah, looks like Jock's lost his connection, so Puggington, if you want to jump in. If you're around, we can have you jump in. I'll be right back, guys, as we await this next battle. Thanks, Wicked. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I mean, no, don't feel like you guys have to, certainly, but if you want me to be able to do this full-time, which is, you know, my ultimate goal, and I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who would like for me to be able to do this full-time as well, Patreon is ultimately the way to get to that. I mean, see, ad revenue is pretty decent. It, you know, it gives me, I'm fine to share with you guys. It gives me about $300 a month or so, but I mean, yeah, just to give you an idea, I make, from my day job, I make in a month what I made more, actually, I make more than in a month than what I made from all of YouTube ad revenue in 2018, just to kind of give you an idea of where I'm at in terms of that. So, what's up, Ziphos? Good to see you. Happy New Year. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see if we have Puggington, Rightist. Sure, Rightist, if you want to hop in. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go make sure my heater's turned on. It's getting kind of cold in here, so I will throw some music on for you guys while he gets in, and we'll throw up a screen blocker just in case. And I will be maybe. Where is it? There it is. Yes. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Just had to put some fuzzy socks on and get a sweater. It is the dead of winter here in the mountains of Utah, and it is quite cold, but I'm cozy now, so we're all good. Yeah, it's awesome. There's always, it's interesting. I guess I would call myself a second wave Total War Warhammer content creator, because like the first wave is really, I mean, you have your originals, your OGs like Heir of Carthage, you know, some of those other guys who have been doing it a long time. Then you had, you know, Turin, and a couple other guys who started right around that time. Those are your kind of second wave content creators, and then, or sorry, I guess your first wave content creators started pretty early on, and then you have kind of your second wave content creators. A bunch of us that all started about the same time. Me, John Ton, and Karma, Total Brohammer, Janet on occasion, the Gobbo King. Total Brohammer doesn't upload quite as much as they used to. They're not gone. Gobbo King has left us. You know, maybe he wants to return at some point. Who knows? That's up to him. But, you know, Janet on occasion is also still around uploading videos, so it's kind of cool to see. And now we're having like this huge third wave as well with like Wicked, you know, Halo, Professor Pipes. A lot of you tournament guys like Romulan Dog and more are streaming on Twitch as well. So I think it's personally super awesome. I'd love to see the content creator community grow. And, you know, the more content we're putting out, the more optics we're getting, right? The more community we're growing, and it's better for the game as a whole. It's better for the multiplayer community, and yeah, it's super cool. Thanks Michael, I appreciate it. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I saw Gabo was streaming the other day. I didn't get to watch, but yeah. All right. Happy New Year, Mole Spaghetti. Yeah, I know the Russian Total War community is huge. Bring some trolls, yeah. Gotta do Throg justice in the thumbnail, right? Oh, I guess not. That's fine. Alright, just having these guys change the map. Yeah. It really is. I mean, Total War community is awesome. Yeah, I'll throw you down on the list, Aristo, absolutely. Puggington's up next, and then we can get you in here. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, Michael. I mean, I like Overwatch, you know, I play Overwatch occasionally, I play some other games, but just in terms of a multiplayer community, Total War Warhammer is one of the best, most positive, just overall, in terms of the multiplayer community, one of the best communities out there, in my opinion. I mean, you still have your bad eggs, like any community does, but for the most part, we've been able to establish a really positive, really helpful community, and it's super cool to see. All right, I can put Aristo before you, Bug. That's cool. You guys will both be after this match, so yeah, don't play League of Legends. Yeah, that's one of the biggest reasons why I've never played MOBAs. Never really enjoyed MOBAs, just because of the community. I mean, I don't really like the gameplay of MOBAs that much either, but alright, let's go ahead and have a look here at the builds. Grimgore Ironhide going to be leading the way for Rightist, very thematically up against the Dwarves. We've got plenty of Night Goblin Archers, Rusty Airs, Spider Riders, 8-Peak Loonies. We've got a no Zappa, obviously, against the Dwarves. You don't really need that, but it does have Sneaky Stabbing and Itchy Nuisance. We've also got plenty of Night Goblins here, Swig Hoppers. We've got some Miners with Blasting Charges on the Dwarf side. We've got, let's see here, Dragonback Slayers, Dwarf Warriors, Grumbling Guards. We've got Longbeards. Let's see, some more Slayers, more Dwarf Warriors. More or less to be expected here. We've got some Longbeards as well, so let's go ahead and just... I can't actually cover up the minimap. This is going to be hilarious, by the way, guys, what's about to happen here. Hopefully neither of these guys are watching the stream to give away the surprise, but alright, Zippos, I'll throw you on the list here. Someone asked you if this is a dad game? Wicked, you want to be on the list as well? Could throw you on there. Yeah, this music does kind of fit with the Greenskins. I dig it. I didn't even realize it was still playing. It's such a good music. Yep. Right? Oh, I love Lakota Lamdet. Such a good title. Jeff Van Dyke in general, just all of his work for Total War has been incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, this is going to be absolute shenanigans. I almost don't want to even look at what's about to happen. Alright. Oh, and it begins. Immediately, you can see shenanigans as these miners with blasting charges are probably going to turn and just try and blast out these archers. So you can see those archers are running for the hills, unsurprisingly. Let's see what happens here. Oh, this is going to be bad. Oh, this is going to be bad. Oh, that's so much value lost right there. That's super painful. However, in the front line, things are immediately collapsing for the dwarves. You can see these Iron Drakes in here, Longbeards immediately getting bogged down. Nasty Skulkers, everyone with the wah popped off, just absolutely rushing it and tearing these dwarfs to shreds. Even Longbeards in the front line absolutely getting cut to ribbons. You can see Nasty Skulkers and Squig Hoppers piling in here as well. Oh man, this is why I love this matchup so much. It just immediately you get right to the action, get underway. Oh man, those rusty airs just got pounded by blasting charges, but so worth it. The Gobbo leadership is having some issues here in certain pockets, but yeah, damage is definitely being done. That being said, this flank being compromised by the dwarves, pretty advantageous for them. You can see Warlord's Boy is going to be getting in here, supporting these Nasty Skulkers. The smoke bomb going off, not allowing them to disengage. And now Grimgor is making his way forward as well. Looks like those Longbeards actually got shattered straight up. So that's pretty nasty. Those Slayers did get caught by that smoke bomb, taking them down to only 10 speed, so they're not going to be able to respond and run into this pocket over here. You can see the oh man, the Night Goblin Shaman does have poison attack, so if he can get in here and poison, but oh man, you see Grimgor just deck that Dwarf Lord. Oh man, this Dwarf Lord with the smoke bomb here is done for. That is a great catch by Rydas there to be able to get on the Lord there with the smoke bomb and just cleave his head in half with Grimgor. That is going to do some serious leadership damage and some serious damage to the balance of power as well. We've got some regrouped Gobbo archers also coming in here. You can see regrouped Squig Hoppers as well. So Gobbo's, not surprisingly, having some leadership issues, but Grimgor at the head of the Gobbos just absolutely wrecking through these dwarves here. Let's just go with Grimgor here and watch as he starts to cleave through these Slayers here left and right. Come on, Grimgor. I want some synchronized decapitations here. Anyway, Grimgor is going to be fighting it out there. But you can see with the regrouping Gobbos pushing in the second wave here. Got Night Gobbo archers, Squig Hoppers, and more pushing through. And those miners with blasting charges are going to get caught in a nasty crossfire there. Nasty Skulkers can also pile in as well. So dwarves still staying pretty tight though, keeping their formation together very well. You can see these regrouped Iron Drakes tossing their little football bombs at at the Squig Hoppers. Man, I just love those guys. Super cool units. I know A-Move's a big fan of them, and as a dwarf main, I know I was supposed to be doing the overview of the dwarves for quite a while, but honestly I don't really play dwarfs that much, so I've been just hoping to watch some games and get some tips from some dwarf mains, and I think I'm at a place now where I can actually do that video, so look forward to that in the coming weeks. But yeah, you can see in the center pocket here, Gobbo's not able to hold up their leadership, unsurprisingly, but the dwarfs are getting worn down through sheer attrition. You can see the bowmen in range to start pouring some fire on those Iron Drakes. No missile block chance. Still 95 armor even after they're sundered though, so I mean they're definitely going to tank some fire here, but uh-oh, Squig Hoppers on the loose. Oh man, the last Samurai takes down maybe 4 or 5 of them on the advance there, but they do manage to get into combat. Dwarf Warriors and, Miners and the Dwarf Lord going to be responding there. Grumbling Guard still online as well, but Mangy Marauders have just about used up all their ammo with taking only 1 loss in the process, so very impressive stuff. Those dwarfs going to be chased off at this point. Definitely looking to be a victory for the Greenskins, but, whew. Oh, man. Yeah, right? 122 melee attacks, 710 weapon strength, while Grimgor's all juiced. So yeah, Grimgor definitely just taking Pound Town to the dwarves here. I really like this build. All Gobbo Vanguard, but with Grimgor. I love it, man. Absolutely love it. Beautiful Gorkle, not Gorkle, fix it. Itchy Nooses here, debuffing the stats. You can see dwarves already don't have the greatest melee attack in the world, so most of the units here are going to be put down to about 10 or less melee attack, meaning they'll struggle even to make contact with like the Warlord's Boys here with their 30 melee defense. So yeah, very good stuff. You can see Grimgor helping to stabilize things here. Mangy Marauders pushing through, going to be making sure those Iron Drakes can't stay and shoot. In the meanwhile, these Warriors of Dragonfire Pass are actually holding back a huge green tide here with their bonus versus infantry and high melee defense. They can cut through these low-ish tier gobos for quite some time. That being said, the bowfire still coming in here, picking off a few dwarves there. Another smoke bomb as well, just to make sure that they can't retreat. Got more Night Goblins piling in as well, so these Warriors of Dragonfire Pass up to 85 kills and climbing, but plenty more goblins on the field. And Grimgor himself, of course, an absolute menace at this point. Just wading through these Longbeards here. Oh yeah, there we go. There's a decapitation. Ooh, and another one. And another one. So that's a grudging, no doubt. Grimgor just pushing through at this point. As long as he doesn't get shot by the Iron Drakes too much. Looks like we have some Fanatics being cast as well. But even with the Iron Drakes, I really don't think that there's going to be enough to finish off Grimgor here. Balance power swinging very heavily in the Greenskins' favor at this point, even as the Gobos struggle to hold their leadership together. Just immediately routing to miners there, but yeah, you can see these Warriors of Dragonfire Pass still struggling through, up to 123 kills, 124 in climbing. Man, those guys racked it up. Definitely excellent against the chaff tier. I wouldn't necessarily call goblins and night goblins and Nasuscopers chaff tier, but wrecked by Grimgor. Yeah, we need another list tourney. Grimgor's actually getting pretty low at this point. And those Longbeards have been working him down, but oh man, don't know what that was exactly, but Grimgor, if he can get a swing at this Dwarf Lord here, ooh, gets a cut in. I don't know if that actually hit that Dwarf Lord, but I think that's going to be critical army losses for the Dwarves here. Warriors of Dragonfire Pass have made a valiant stand here. Have just cut up absolutely hundreds of goblins here. Unfortunately, not enough in this late game. They're going to get in here and make their final stand, but I think it's just a matter of time for, yep, critical army losses there, and it's a game. Sure, yeah, Wicked, no problem. I'll throw Halo on there. Beautiful stuff. 105 kills on Grimgor. That's what I like to see all across the board as well. 82 on Night Goblins against the Dwarves. That is really good. 70, 78, 55 here. 49 on the Spider Riders is also very good. 56 on the Mangy Marauders. 73 on a unit of Squigs. Holy cow, that's a lot of kills for Gobos, guys. 59 on the AP Loonies and 42 for the Warlords boys, whereas Dwarfs did reasonably well. You know, 116 on the Slayers, 135 at the end of the day on the Warriors of Dragonfire Pass. Let's see here, 106 for the Grumbling Guard. Unfortunately, that insta-wall there, just getting right into the face of those Iron Drakes, shut them down very quickly. Only 2 kills on a unit of Longbeards, too, is really rough. The Dwarf Lord getting domed in the face by Grimgor is what everyone wanted to see, so yeah, I like that quite a bit. Good stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and host another one here. And we'll get Ridist back in. No worries, Ridist. I got the lobby back up if you wanna hop back in. And I believe Aristodemos is up next if you're finished with dinner yet. Or if not, we can have Puggington jump in. Alright. Ridist is in here now, so I can go ahead and jump out, jump back in as a spectator. Well, yeah, Ziphos, if Aristo or Puggington are not here at the moment, yeah, I can put you down at the bottom of the list. you wanna rejoin a move, get you back in the rotation. Can certainly do that, no problem. Xiphos, sure, yeah. I guess Aristo's probably still eating dinner, so Xiphos, that means you're up if you want to jump in. Let's see, I will find you here. Oh, nope, looks like Aristo's in. We'll get you on the next one, Xiphos. I'm going to PM you the details of the lobby and right now anyway. So, wow, what's up, Christian? Aristo just came in here, stole the kill. It's all good. I'm planning on streaming for quite a while today, so we'll get plenty of games in. No worries about that. Cool, cool. All right. Sorry, Michael. Yeah, I definitely get you there. Oh, we're gonna have some Bretonnia versus Beastmen, huh? That should be a good time. Let's pop the screen blocker back into place. 3:11 a.m. Woo, man. That's late. You guys have been doing 2019 for a whole year already. This is old news by now. Oh, man. Alright. Gonna have some Beastmen versus Bretonnia. Yes, yes indeed. Should be a grand old time. What's up, Halo? Roar for me? I don't know if I can roar right now. But, yeah. For those of you who are curious, I am in a blues band that just formed within the past week. Well, I say formed. We've actually, me and some of my buddies from high school have been jamming together for years and years, off and on, and just recently have kind of started to take it a little bit more seriously. Not super seriously, but enough to where we've actually like written some songs, and we're starting to look at maybe doing some gigs soon and stuff. So is that something you guys would be interested at all in hearing or seeing? My Haggard blues band. The roar. Oh man. I just you know, I'm there are people wearing headphones, and maybe with fair warning we could do a roar in a bit, but yeah, I gotta be feeling it, man. I gotta be feeling it. I play the bass guitar. I'm the thumper. So yep. We play blues rock, sort of like mix between Led Zeppelin and Creedence Clearwater Revival. If you guys know who they are. If you don't know who Led Zeppelin is, you should probably leave the stream, but just kidding, you can stay. Play Roar by Katy Perry. Warhammer covers, yeah, probably, absolutely. Do like an Empire theme cover. I think that's definitely in the cards. Alright. I'm a Skaven Slave for You by Britney Spears. There we go. Silly off-meta build? That's a good question. Anything with a Templehof Luminarch I would consider off-meta and a lot of fun. Let's see. I really love all Gabo Vanguard builds, certainly. Let's see. Tree builds. Okay, that's it right there. Yep, tree builds are my favorite off-meta build. I don't know. You know, honestly, I would say Lizardman Skaven DLC, just from a personal, I guess from a channel perspective. From a personal perspective, though, I am really excited for Three Kingdoms. Just as a long-time Total War fan, you know, how would I phrase this? I'm really looking forward to the new campaign aspects in Three Kingdoms, like the new diplomacy systems, just in general how the game will look and feel, the art style, the music, everything. I'm excited. Anytime there's a new full Total War title, you can expect a leap forward in the UI, in the music, in the production value, you know, controls, everything like that. So a lot of that, I'm hoping, we'll see. A lot of that hopefully will bleed over into Total War Warhammer 3. I'm not expecting a ton, but just in general, the game's going to play more like Total War Warhammer than previous historical titles have as well, so I'm also pretty excited. So yeah, in general, I would say Three Kingdoms, I'm going to be head first diving into that when it comes out. Absolutely. Absolutely. High Elf tree builds? You know, I've thought about some High Elf tree builds, and I'd be curious to try. Maybe I'll just squeak in one of these matches here later in the stream and try something against the High Elves, or as the High Elves, but yeah. Yeah, I know a little bit about Chinese history, not a ton. I'm not super into it, but the Three Kingdoms era is probably the period I know the most about, just because after playing Dynasty Warriors for a lot of years, I got curious and I was, you know, looking into the actual history of it and everything. So, yeah, that Three Kingdoms era is probably the era I'm most familiar with, and I'm super excited. I'm curious to see how the multiplayer for that game is going to work. Probably I'm going to continue to primarily cover multiplayer on Total War Warhammer, obviously, and then maybe just do campaigns in Three Kingdoms is what I'm thinking, but we'll see. If the multiplayer turns out to be just excellent, then, of course, excuse me, I'll be jumping into that as well. But we'll see. We shall see. Let me just double check here. Alright, all loaded in. Just double checking to see. I don't have Streamlabs set up, so if any of you guys send a donation through the PayPal, or sorry, through the Streamlabs link down in the description below, I guess I could get Streamlabs set up real quick. Let's see. Okay, I don't remember how to work Streamlabs, but it's here. So that way, if any of you donate through PayPal, I will actually see it. I don't know if it'll pop up on stream, but Avatar Conquest or a global campaign, yes, 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 yes. All of that, yes. I want all of that. Alright, let's take a look at the builds here. These guys are loaded in. So, for the Beastmen, we're going to be looking at Kazarak, the one eye here on his chariot. He's got Apocalyptic Vision and Primal Fury, obviously. Everyone has Primal Fury, but Apocalyptic Vision, no items. We've got Bray Shaman, Lore of Death here, Chaos Poison Warhounds. We've got plenty of Swoopings. Yes, indeed, Razorgore Herds. We've got Ungor Spearman Herd. We've got Chaos Poison Warhounds. Eye of Morslib here. Excellent pick in pretty much every single matchup. Ugh, look at that thing. We've got a single solitary Gorble here. Looks like more Sioux Pigs, Ungor Spearmen, more Sioux Pigs, so going heavy on the pigs, hounds, and yeah, it should be interesting. I really like these guys as counter cavalry tools. You know, with support buffs especially, they have 52 weapon strength, 36 of which is armor piercing, only 24 melee attack, but they do also have very high mass, which is, I'm assuming, why he's brought this Apocalyptic Vision. Personally, I probably would have taken the Beast Lord for the double melee attack buff, but on the Bretonnian side here, we've got King Louis up front, a couple of mounted yeoman archers, plenty of Knights of Le Realm, got some peasant bowmen with fire arrows, some foot squires, including the beast slayers of Baston. Of course, against the beastmen, they shall be slaying some beasts. Got some men-at-arms out to the flanks. And, yeah, pretty solid Bretonnian army overall. Looks like a damsel lore of heavens for this nice wide Bretonnian army. And some mounted yeomen doing some skirmishing up front here. I'm honestly not the biggest fan of mounted yeomen as skirmish cav. They're alright, but they're not amazing. Their refire rate is actually not that great. Their range is okay, but just in general, I like pistoliers better because they have a much better refire rate and a higher volume of fire. I feel like they just do more damage. But ooh, a nasty hit on those beast slayers. Very well targeted. There aren't that many great targets for the Eye of Morslib here, but it does look like the mounted yeomen have pulled up in range to at least try and start shooting at this big nasty Cygor here. They're honestly not going to do much damage, and this is my biggest issue again with mounted yeomen here, is they just don't do as much damage. I mean, granted, pistoliers couldn't even get in range here to fire, but all right, good job, peasants. Good job eating that rock. Are you praying? Are you trying to block? I'm not really sure what that pose is, but if you're trying to block with that little hammer, I don't think that you have fully understood what's about to happen. But anyway, Beastmen charging in here. You can see Knights of the Realm and Lewin making a dive, trying to take out some of these Goreherds with shields here. We've got Knights of the Realm pushing up all across the board. You can see the Sioux Pigs coming in to respond kind of over on this flank here. So we'll see. A quick terror route by those Goreherds with shields going to push them immediately off the field. And the rush is getting pretty serious. Ooh, a nice hit there on those Knights of the Realm. Takes out about 3 unit models there. You can see this unit of Knights of the Realm trying to collapse back on the Eye of Morslib here, but it's going to have to be careful. If all of this stuff comes in counter charges at the same time, it's going to be really rough for those Knights of the Realm. But here in the center pocket, you can see the Sioux Pigs have run in and done a ton of damage here. We've also got, what is that, Slow Blight on King Lewin, or perhaps, nope, Sword of Corone, actually. So, yeah, he's come in, done a ton of damage to the Gorble here. Yeah, Gorble's just getting absolutely punished. Really rough stuff, but meanwhile, Sioux Pigs charging in this line here. They actually charged in first, which means the Knights of the Realm maybe can come in and countercharge, but they're actually holding back for the moment. Meanwhile, Yeoman pushing up and around the flank here. The Peasant Archers have got into range to start firing at the Eye of Morslib, so he really needs to pull that back out of range of those Knights there. Likewise, these Sioux Pigs should definitely just charge straight into those Knights of the Realm. Likewise, the Knights of the Realm should charge the Sioux Pigs, but a little bit of give and take there. But yeah, these Goreherds broken through to the second line, going to be getting on these the Yeomen, rather. Not the best for Bretonnia, but it's not the end of the world either. Things are still relatively even right now. Unfortunately, these Razor Goreherds, though, are all enraged, and they're fighting the Beast Slayers of Baston, which is obviously not great. Lewin has taken quite a bit of damage, though, having a hard time disengaging from this Bray Shaman here. Likewise, we've got some Poison Warhounds to apply that nice poison effect as well. Ooh, another nasty hit from the Eye of Morslib there. Despite the fact it's taken quite a bit of damage, it hasn't been shut down. Gorble's been shattered, though, so definitely a bit of back and forth here. Oh, man, and here come the Hounds, going to nom on these Peasant Archers. Great catch by Aristo. This is going to be a big loss of value and killing power here, and a very necessary tool for taking down, like, the Cygor, for example. The other unit of Peasants is still able to fire free, though, and you can see Men-at-Arms also riding in, not riding in, running in. These guys don't ride. They don't even deserve to be yeomen. Anyway, Peasants fighting Ungor Spearman Herd. Actually, Ungor Spearman Herd will probably win this fight just because of that Primal Fury. You can see they have very comparable combat stats to the Men-at-Arms, despite the fact that they're, in fact, a spear unit. But that Primal Fury certainly helps in that aspect. Over here, big escalation as Knights of the Realm pile in, trying to finish off some key leadership units here. You can see the Brashame Lord of Death getting sniped out by King Lewin here. That's going to start to bring the balance of power back in Bretonnia's favor. Kazrak is now also very isolated as well, so going to have to be careful. The regrouped Sioux Pigs here getting engaged on by various units. It looks like the Hound's going to be charged off potentially by Knights of the Realm here, but we'll see. Still certainly not out of the realm of possibility, but things are definitely starting to tilt, and this is a big problem. This Cygor is caught in a little bit of a crossfire here, and the Damsel, perfectly healthy, just chilling back, dropping some support buffs here. You can see the these Foot Squires definitely taking some damage, but with the Cygor routing off, Aristo's going to go ahead and admit defeat there, and it will be a victory for Bretonnia. So very well played to Ritus. Hope you all enjoyed watching that one. Yeah. Good stuff. Bretonnia coming through, pushing through Fort Lady, really playing conservative with those Knights of the Realm and not getting overly aggressive was exactly what he needed to do. Likewise, the Peasant Bowmen were able to secure and get the appropriate shots on the right target. The Eye of Morslip, 81 kills, could have got a lot more, even still was devastating, but the Gore Herds, I like the pick here. I don't think that they were necessarily used as well as they could have been, but 79 kills on this one, not too bad at all. And yeah, other than that, the Chariots can sometimes be a rough pick here, as you saw King Lewin can kind of sniped him out, but nice to not just see boring old Morker. I know some of you guys will certainly appreciate that, so well played to both players. And now, Xiphos, it is your turn, I believe, unless Puggington's actually ready now, because technically he is ahead of you on the list, but let's see. Yeah, the Sioux Pigs do have terrible melee stats, that is true, yep. They do have good mass, though, and the weapon damage is solid, so if you can buff them up a little bit, they are, yeah, meat shield. Oh, man. That'd be interesting. I don't think it would actually speed up the animation, but I'd be curious to see how that goes. Oh, good. Good. Wicked. Freaked me out a little bit there. Looks like I'm going to need to add Xiphos on Steam, I think. So let's pop this guy up here. Okay, yep, there's Xiphos friend request. Confirm that. Cool. So it should be able to show there. Too much bacon. That's the triple bypass build for the Beastmen there. Cool. All right, so let's pop the screen blocker back up. And we shall see. Sorry, people are talking to me. All right, a Black Phillip. Yeah, we can throw you on the list, certainly. Certainly. Black Philippe. Going Empire with Empire. Oh, man. Oh, we're going to do Vampire Coast versus Empire. I'm curious to see how this goes here. Rightist beat me in this matchup the other day in a pretty close game, but I couldn't handle the fireballs, man. Hey, guys. Welcome, welcome. Doo-doo-doo. Should we get some more music going while we're waiting? Let's get some more music going while we're waiting, huh? I should also download a couple other soundtracks. Oh yeah, this track though. Favorite TV shows? I don't really watch too much TV, to be honest. If you guys are wondering what I do watch, I watch a lot of YouTube. Let's see, I'm super into history, so like our very own Invicta, of course, from the Total War community. I'm a big fan. Kings and Generals. Let's see, who else do I watch? I do watch the new Grand Tour, the not Top Gear. Let's see, that's not really on YouTube, but I do watch that. What else on YouTube do I watch? I watched The Great War by Indy Nidell. That was super, super good. And I'm also watching World War II as well by the same guy. Military History Visualized. Let's see. Watch some videos by the Chieftain. Yeah, that's pretty much what I watch. Not a lot of TV, mostly YouTube, but a lot of history. All right, these guys are ready to get started, so we'll go ahead and fade the epic music out. We got Dimmy G in here. What's up? How's it going? Da -da 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 -da. Oh yeah, it's such a good track. All right. All right, all right. Now here on the Altdorf outskirts with the Vampire Coast taking on the forces of the Empire. So yeah, it should be in for a good time. And how about that? I just wish we could actually fight in the city, right? Oh man, is there like an aqueduct and everything back there? Beautiful, beautiful game. We've got the surrounding countryside here. Alright, looks like these guys are loaded in. So, for the Empire, we've got Boris Todbringer up in the air, a Bright Wizard on a horseback. Got a couple of Empire Knights here, Great Swords, Swordsmen, Spearmen, Sigmar's Sons, tons and tons of state troops, a couple more Empire Knights, 3 units of crossbowmen. So a very nice, wide, balanced Empire army. For the Vampire Coast, we've got 2 Carronades with Count Noctilus up on his Necrofex here, deck droppers with handguns, the black spot protecting, animated Hulks. Wow. Xiphos is on another level, guys. I'm not sure about that, but we've also got a unit of Depth Guard here as well, the good old Blood Marines. And we've got, let's see, plenty of zombies. Yep, zombies with double weapons, zombies with pole arms. We've got more gunnery mobs, a single unit of deck gunners. Interesting formation here, too. I really like that he's sort of in this blocky formation a little bit. Oh, he spread out a little bit more. Not quite, but yeah, it makes it a lot easier for the zombies to turn because they're so slow. If you have them spread all the way out, it can take quite a long time for the unit to turn and fire when they have to about face. So I do like this formation quite a bit here, but we'll see. Carronades, artillery advantage, definitely going in favor of the coast here. Empire player Ritus is going to have to just push forward, no doubt, and grind his way through. Does have plenty of state troops, though, and state troops will trade extremely cost-effectively against all the troops in this particular area, all the zombies and so on. So I'm curious to see how the animated Hulks do here, though. They do certainly look the part. They're just not actually that good. The reason why they're no good, for those of you who are curious, is a couple of their stats here. So if we have a look, only 20 melee defense and 20 armor. Means that they just get taken out so fast. They also only have 30 leadership, so they'll crumble super quick. Pretty much a wet noodle volley from a unit of slave slingers would probably make these guys start crumbling. They do have really solid weapon strength, same total weapon strength as Minotaurs with 110, 77 AP, means that theoretically they have good damage output if you can get them to survive. Their biggest issue is their survivability. But yeah, very interesting. Yeah, that battle was it was a fun one though. GG, thanks for playing. They certainly look cool though. I mean, this guy's got like coral growing out of his mouth, I guess. Is that a mouth that's stretched out all the way? Because I see like some top teeth right here. I don't see a bottom part of that jaw, so I'm assuming that's like a mouth. Let's see. This one's got like a shark coming out of its mouth. This one's got a squid's head. I mean, they're certainly gross looking. Oh, looks like we're underway. I am just admiring the units here. But looks like some deck droppers are coming forward to try and do some early skirmishing as a Nocti Boy and the Carronades open up full broadside on the Empire forces here. So we'll see. Volleys popping off, and Boris going to have to be careful. Granted, he can't tank a lot of damage with his healing, so he's not going to have to be too careful, but I would be very careful with these Empire Knights as well. Maybe even like run them up and around, try and use some of the woods for cover in various spots. But the Carronades and Noctilus both will do a number on those Empire Knights, and there's quite a bit of value wrapped up in them. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, you can see the Empire Knights pulling back nasty, nasty volleys from those cannons, taking out a full 11 unit models from that unit. We've lost 2 there, 6 here, and so far none from the far unit. But yeah, you can see heavy cavalry against the zombie pirates is definitely a risk, absolutely. But the gun line here firing in. Now we're going to be focusing on the infantry. Obviously still will do damage, not going to be quite as devastating as shooting at the cav, but nice spread out wide infantry formation like this will help mitigate a lot of the issues. The great swords are a little bit of a magnet here for fire, so this is the main reason why people you tend to see go with very wide cheap builds against the Vampire Coast, because they can really just blow up your expensive units very efficiently. But Fireball goes in there. It doesn't look like it actually blows up any of the artillery models, unfortunately, but yeah, the Carronades look like they're going to be refocusing on the Empire Knights once more. Great swords pushing up. We've got the deck droppers in range to start firing at a high-value target, but they are going to have to be careful. I say firing at a high-value target and they pop off on some spearmen. Not exactly the best use of their ammo, but Boris is going to come through. Oh man, is Boris going to get a hold of these guys? Oh, take a swing, Boris. Take a swing. Come on. Nope, I don't think so. Ooh, he takes a bit of fire there. The nice little bait and switch from Xiphos there to draw Boris into the line of fire there. And you can see just in general, the state troops have taken a devastating amount of damage on their advance. They're going to have a hard time, even once they do get in here, cutting through zombies. But they certainly will try. Black Spot having to retreat from great swords here. And the crossbowmen now in a position to fire as well. We've got some Empire Knights able to push through. Probably should come charge these Depth Guard right here. Depth Guard, although they do have 90 armor, will take quite a bit of shock damage due to their relatively low HP and numbers here, so we'll see. Probably not going to be devastating, but you can see a pretty solid amount of damage there. The Empire Knights will have to be careful not to stay in combat for too long, but we've got more Empire Knights pushing up and around the flank. Boris did manage to get a hold of the deck droppers up in the air, so that's a very advantageous situation. Noctilus, though, still completely healthy, and we do have some summoned zombies going after the crossbowmen here, forcing them out of position. Animated Hulks got in here, doing some okay damage, all things considered, but they've already dropped a unit model, which is obviously not great. Boris, the deck droppers managed to disengage, but these other units really need to collapse in here. Boris can come down, maybe tie up this Carronade, or maybe go after another high-value target here, maybe go after Noctilus or something. But yeah, those Depth Guard definitely cutting through the Empire front line at this point, causing some big problems, but Empire Knights pushing through on the back line. Good job here, shutting down these zombie guns. Should be able to crumble them down relatively quickly, but those Carronades are going to be firing point blank into the side of this unit of Empire Knights, so if they get a good volley here, they could potentially... Ooh, looks like they didn't actually make good contact there, so the Empire Knights are able to get through and start to tie things up. Animated Hulks coming in, though. They're going to get a side charge on these Empire Knights and probably get some pretty good damage done. Yeah, you can see some okay damage being done there. Meanwhile, Empire forces really having a hard time holding their leadership together. Not sure what happened to Boris. Looks like he came over here to try and engage the Depth Guard, help stabilize this frontline engagement a little bit. Depth Guard are just about crumbled away, but Boris is also taking quite a bit of damage as well. He's going to have to be careful not to lose out on his leadership. There are some armor-piercing guns on station. Looks like they're firing at those great swords. Probably want to retrain them on Boris, but Fireball coming in does some okay damage against Noctilus. Nothing crazy, but he definitely wants to be working on him, you know, throughout the course of the battle as much as possible. Meanwhile, a nice rear charge here by some Empire Knights trying to collapse this far flank over here, restabilize the battle, but oh yeah, Empire Knights caught up on the Black Spot. This is not great. These Black Spot, granted, they're trying to pull away here. They really should just stand and fight. But with their anti-large AP, they can deal with Empire Knights relatively well. This unit of Empire Knights can come in, though, and shut down this Carronade here if they have the presence of mind to do so. Depth Guard taking some shots from some crossbowmen in the back. You can see Boris Todbringer going after Count Noctilus, trying to finish him off here, and a Fireball as well. But Boris going to have to be careful. That Black Spot is still online and able to fire. Looks like the gunnery mobs here with only pistols. They're probably not going to be doing too much, but now that the Black Spot are secure from those Empire Knights, they can turn, refire on Boris. Looks like a Carronade also still online on the far side as well, and more pistols also. So yeah, things are definitely not looking great for the Empire at this point, but the battle's not over yet, certainly. Those Depth Guard thankfully got a very timely invocation of the Heck, healing them back up quite nicely. And yeah, Empire Knights are managing to shut down the cannon here, but the Black Spot then gets an excellent beat on them, just opening up shots here, so it's going to be rough. Black Spot, excellent unit in this matchup, and these animated Hulks have done a lot better than I had anticipated. Xiphos is using them almost more like Rat Ogres, like more of a shock unit than a sustained combat unit, constantly pulling them in and out, using them to counter, you know, these high mass units. They still aren't doing that much damage at the end of the day to those Empire Knights, though, so we'll see. The cannon did crumble, unfortunately, but Boris is also not doing great right now. Count Noctilus fighting him directly in melee here with some Overwatch fire from both sides. So we'll see who gets to pull this out, but Boris is not looking great here. Count Noctilus does get the Poop Deck summon, and not sure what happened there. It looks like somebody admitted defeat, potentially. But, yeah. There it is. Yeah. Looks like Ridus admitted defeat there, but very fun battle. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Excellent build from Xiphos. I do think the Empire Knights were maybe a little bit of a mistake, but yeah, if he were to maybe have changed these out for just more infantry, it's hard to say. You definitely do need some mobility here, so maybe I would cut down a couple of the Empire Knights for something else, but it's tough. It's definitely a tough matchup. 153 kills on Noctilus. Let's see, 106 for these Depth Guard, and 3 XP Chevrons. Holy cow. Absolutely cut through that front line. Yeah, 87 kills on a unit of Carronades. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, I feel like they need to increase the damage on crumbling just across the board. So, yeah. All right. So, oh, did my game crash? I think my game crashed. Oh, yep. Do I have to task manager? Nope. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, and now my stream's dying too. Okay, hang on. It says my stream is dying on the YouTube side. But I don't know, is it laggy for you guys? Yeah. Yeah, the deck dropper speed debuff I think is a really good change. Some of the other changes they're making to the Vampire Coast I think are going to be pretty solid as well. So, yeah. Yeah, I was hoping to see that patch out before the end of the year, but it is what it is. I don't know, Ridus. I thought it would have been out by now. Originally, they had said that it was going to be out before the end of the year, but let's see. Oh. Oh. All right. Alright, we're back. We'll let these guys get the things going here. Looks like we're going to have Skaven versus Dark Elves. Ooh, fun, fun, fun. Yeah, it's tough to say how to balance the Vampire Coast. I think that they're generally pretty well balanced, but oops, sorry, hope that wasn't too loud for you guys. But it can be tough. I honestly think deck droppers, if you were to nerf them a little bit, I do think that Noctilus needs a nerf as well. Like, he's just way too strong. I think that they should nerf the range on his summons significantly, and maybe, well, if you keep the range on it super long, then it should only have one charge, but otherwise, if it's going to have 2 charges, I think they should definitely nerf the range on it significantly. That would help a lot. Yeah, Aristo, I like Total War campaigns. Mortal Empires is kind of a drag sometimes because it takes so long, but at the same time, I do enjoy them from time to time. The Vampire Coast, the one nice thing about the Coast was their campaign is relatively short and focused, so you can kind of just like get in, get it done, and you don't feel like you're dragging yourself around so much. But yeah, at least that's the experience I had with it. It gets to a point, though, especially with Mortal Empires, where there's so much to manage. Like, you just have stuff everywhere, and there's a million stacks you have to micromanage, and yeah, eventually it just gets to be a big pain. But if I'm going to play a turn-based grand strategy right now, it's probably going to be an older Total War game or Civilization 6. So, yeah. Yeah, the sieges I'm also not a big fan of in Total War Warhammer. Like, it just, especially in the late game of a campaign, it turns into just a grind of sieges, and that's not fun at all. Because the sieges in Total War Warhammer are not interesting at all. So, yeah. Like, you have a game that's meant for open field battles, and even in games past, it worked okay with real sieges, like of actual, you know, full cities, but yeah, as it is right now, it's just, ugh. Sieges are boring and grindy, and yeah, I'm going to be playing Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. I haven't played the first one, but the second one I am definitely looking into, because from what I've seen, the multiplayer battles look very much like Total War, where you just, like, each army has funds, you pick your armies, and then you fight, rather than a traditional RTS where you have to, like, build up your base and stuff, because I'm not as big of a fan. I do like that, but, like, you know, your Warcraft 3, your Age of Empires, your StarCraft, those types of RTSs I'm not as big of a fan of. I'm much bigger of a fan of, okay, you each have X points, pick your army, fight. Like with Total War, right? And that's the impression, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the impression I got from Gothic, Battlefleet Gothic, was that it was more of that. Like, you pick your army, and then you fight, right? Or you pick your fleet, rather, I guess you would say, and then you fight. So, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but okay, let's go ahead and pop this back. And now we're going to be having Xiphos versus Reginald Puggington, so I'm very interested to see. Yeah, the auto-resolve also needs major tuning. Like, it's consistently had issues throughout Total War Warhammer's life cycle, which is a big pain, but that's crazy, man. That's way too long. Yeah, I have zero experience with it as well, Wicked, so we'll all be learning together. Hopefully the UI is good, that's all I can say. If the UI is good in an RTS, it makes a huge difference. Like, if it's easy to understand the information. But, oh, I love Planet Coaster. Christian, I don't know if you saw my top, what was it, top 5 recommendations on Steam, but I actually put, for the Steam Winter Sale, but I actually put Planet Coaster on there. Because it's an awesome game. Super, super fun. So, okay. just check OBS to make sure that we are in fact not dropping all of the frames. Okay. And let's go ahead and have a look at the builds here. So for the Dark Elves, we've got Malekith on the Lizard Limo. We've got a unit of Cold One Chariots, Doomfire Warlocks, Cold One Dread Knights, unit of Shades, Dread Spears, Bleak Swords. We've got some more of the same, and Blades of the Blood Queen plus Sisters of Singing Doom. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Relatively straightforward. For the Skavens is, oh man, guys, look at this army. Are you guys seeing this right now? 5 Warp Fire Throwers. 5 Warp Fire Throwers. Double Hell Pit Abomination. We've also got 4 units of Poison Wind Globadiers. A Gracier Lore of Plague on foot, with Bless with Filth and Vermintide, a Doom Wheel, and an Assassin. Maybe he knows something I don't. Oh man, this is going to be interesting. This is the pre-DLC Clan Scryer build. Once we have the actual Clan Scryer DLC, this build will be a lot more interesting, but look at these happy rats. Yes, yes. Alright, here we go. Going to be setting off here. The massive Skaven missile box. Going to be pushing forward. Dark Elves do have long-range missile supremacy with this single Reaper Bolt Thrower here. Looking very edgy, of course. Like, how do you even load this thing without slicing yourself open? I guess that's kind of the point, right? But anyway, the Bolt Thrower is going to be opening up first on the Doom Wheel, of course. Great target there. Oh, looks like a dodged shot there. It's going to be interesting, though. Malekith on the Chariot, as long as he can avoid the Hell Pits, like if he can get the Hell Pits bogged up with the Cold One Knights, his Chariot can, you know, just run over all of these missile units, right? At least that's the theory. But we'll see. Certainly easier said than done. I am curious to see how these Warp Fire Throwers do. This is a very risky build, I guess, in a word. But we'll see. Take a nice overarching view of the battle here so we can see what's going on. Oh, here we go. Here it comes. Oh, yeah. Kool-Aid fire. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage to armored units, but it will at least push them back. You can see Doom Wheel. Oh, traffic jam here. Oh, yeah, this is what everyone wants to see. Malekith versus the Doom Wheel. The Doom Wheel takes the worst end of that engagement, but no trophy heads? Nope, not yet. Oh, nope, no trophy heads. We did get a spell cast somewhere, though. I believe some kind of a summon or something. Nope. That Doom Wheel's going to have to be careful, though. It's getting wrecked by Malekith on the Lizard Limo right now. And, yep, this is exactly what I was saying about the Chariots. If the Hell Pit Abominations and the other high mass units are occupied, these Chariots are going to be able to do exactly this. And you can see the Poison Globadiers don't have long enough range that they can even get close enough to shoot. And they're just going to get collapsed. So, a little bit what I was afraid of here. Warp Fire Thrower is also getting collapsed. Meanwhile, though, the Skaven Death Star is pushing forward. Unfortunately, these high mass units really ought to be back here protecting all these relatively expensive missile units, but there's just not really enough to stop things up at this point, so we'll see. Warp Fire Throwers are going to be roasting those Sisters of Singing Doom, though, doing some really good damage in a single volley there, and Poison Wind Globadiers, yeah. Their issue with range is pretty apparent here. I mean, they can do some okay damage to infantry like this, but yeah, just getting his backline compromised super hard. Also, this Gracier Lore of Plague getting routed off here as well, so yeah, we'll see. The Hell Pit Abomination going after Malekith pretty aggressively, as is this Assassin here. But the balance power actually surprisingly still very even. There are still a lot of Skaven missile units that aren't routed off, and trying to be secured here. Look at that point-blank fire into the Dread Spears. They actually routed them off. Holy cow. Not at all what I expected there. But, yeah, these Poison Grenadiers, now that they can actually turn and fire on these Cold One Knights, they will do some really solid damage. So, yeah, Cold One Knight's starting to take it down, and we'll see. Skaven might be able to pull this back here, but they certainly are in some trouble. Looks like the Doombolt going to be going down on that Hell Pit Abomination there. Nicely done. Also, a Soul Blight being dropped. The Doomfire Warlocks pulling up on station, not really sure where they want to go, but meanwhile over here, this Hell Pit Abomination is bogged up in a pretty bad situation, taking heat from Shades. The Bolt Thrower's on station as well, so that one's probably going to get taken out, but a lot of regrouping Skaven over here. Might be able to come back and make a push. It's going to be hard. At this point, the balance of power is really tilting against the Skaven. But, yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a bold strategy, but the Chariots, I think, were a little bit too much to deal with here. Blades of the Blood Queen are also just a disgusting unit. They're basically chosen with great weapons, but better. They're going to get in here and finish off those Globadiers. You can see the Dark Elf force just rolling up at this point. Murderous Prowess has been popped off, so yeah. Didn't exactly work. It certainly was fun, though. Can't fault him for trying. Oh, man. That was a lot of fun, certainly. Oh. Hey, Jogo Bonito. Welcome, welcome. Oh, man, that was fun. Well played. Well played. Oh, man. Hey, what's up, Shetland? Good to see you. Good to see you. Alright, so we've got Puggington as the king now. I believe Halo is up next. If you're still around, Halo, if you want to jump in here. Yeah, Risso, I can sign you up. No problem. Certainly, Shetland. I'll throw you on the list as well. So, alright. In-game? Sure. Sure. In that case, Black Phillip, I believe, would be up next. There we go, Ziphos. No, the king gets to pick, or the king rather has to pick a new race, and they always pick first. So, yep. Yep. So, let's see. At this point, Shetland, if you want to just jump straight in, I don't know that anyone else who is on the list is around, but needed an extra baguette, I guess. Oh man. Ziphos, just out of curiosity, what part of France are you from? I have been to... oh, Black Phillip is around. Okay. I think I'm going to have to rehost Puggington. So, okay. Well, if Black Phillip is here, the password is, as you can see on screen. I'm going to have to rehost and then re-invite Puggington, so let me do that. Okay, so the French part. Brittany, very nice. Very nice. I haven't been quite that far west. When I went to visit France, we went to Normandy. So that's if I remember I'm a little rusty, so forgive me if I get this wrong. But I want to say Brittany's just west of Normandy, right? Like towards that little almost like peninsula, kind of at the end, right across from England, right? Missile cap cheese. Cold One chariots. Cool. Alright, both these guys are in here, so I'm going to go ahead and rejoin as a spectator. There we go. Oh, nope. Okay. Here it is. Okay. Not taking more warp fire throwers. Oh, clearly. Beastmen versus High Elves. Alright, should be a fun time. Pop the screen blocker back up into place. I don't think it's ever possible to have enough warp fire throwers. Yes, indeed. Alright, as these guys are picking their armies, I'm going to go grab a quick drink of water. So let's pop the music back. And I will be RB. Alright, and we are back. Looks like these guys are ready to go. So we'll go ahead and pop this Bad boy back down, come over here, and here we are. Da-da-da. Alright, let's have a look at the armies here. So, for the Beastmen, we got Morgr the Shadowglaive leading the way, Bray Shaman Lore of Beasts. Got some, let's see here, Bestigor Herd, Korok's Manrippers, Bestigor Herd, more Ungor Spearman Herd with shields, Poison Warhounds, Cynagors with great weapons. We've got Butchers of Kalkengard, the Moo Cows with their shields, and we've got some more Ungor Spearman Herd, Ungor Herd, good stuff. For the High Elves, we've got some Silver Helms, more Silver Helms. Wow, sensing a theme here. Something Silver Helms. Yep. And for infantry, we've got a whole line of 5 Spearmen, 3 Lothern Sea Guard, a Star Dragon, a Teclis, and that's it. So very interesting High Elf build here. You don't really see Silver Helms too much, but in this graded numbers, they can potentially be very cost effective. No shields though, means that they do have pretty poor melee defense. Decent charge bonus though. So we'll see how these Silver Helms do. Their helms are certainly silver. You can't say that they're not silver. All right. Triple dragons. Curious to see what Black Phillip can do here. Haters gonna hate. Yep. Haters gonna hate. That's the truth. Alright, so Silver Helms pushing forward here. Gonna be spotting these Ungor herds right off the bat. Curious to see how this goes though. There's a pretty good counter mobility, but oh man, these guys are just gonna get collapsed on right away, aren't they? Yep. Oh, and you see how that charge just isn't very impactful, even against a super light infantry like that? That's the problem with Silver Helms right there. Right there. You guys immediately saw that, right? Okay. That is my problem with Silver Helms. A unit of Empire Knights would have sent that entire unit of Ungor Herd just flying, like literally flying across the map, and would have killed most of them. But the Silver Helms just don't do that. Oh, we got a Manticore summon. We got a Manticore summon. Oh boy. Oh boy, this Manticore is going to try and duke it out with the Star Dragon. That is a bold move. Decent Star Dragon breath. Doesn't actually catch too many units there, but yeah, I like this. Using the Manticore to keep the Star Dragon tied up in the air so it can't come down and drop a massive terror bomb. You can see, though, a lot of the High Elf units being rolled up already. These Silver Helms that were sent in as an initial charge to kind of blob things up are just getting absolutely cut down. 2 units just about offline. 3rd unit having to take a ton of damage here. You can see the Manticore is not doing a whole lot of damage to the Star Dragon. It's doing a little bit, but at the very least it's keeping it bogged up so it can't come drop a massive alpha strike here. But, oh man, one of those units of Silver Helms actually got turned into spawn right there, so that's a bit of a loss, but at the same time, drawing that spawn summon out super early like that, did one of them actually? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, nope. Maybe that was just the regular summon spawn, I'm not really sure, but, yeah, interesting. Regardless, taking that spawn summon out this early is definitely going to be advantageous. You can see Hounds being used to tie up Lothern Sea Guard in the back. This is actually a pretty excellent use of the Warhounds. Because they count as infantry size, they're not going to be subject to the anti-large of the Lothern Sea Guard or their bracing bonus. So you actually can use them to very good effect here, chewing up this unit of light infantry. And oh man, Morgr's in trouble though. The Star Dragon comes down. Star Dragon does fire damage, and netted like this, Morgr is going to get absolutely deleted. Yep, he is weak to fire damage. He has magic resistance, but he's weak to fire damage. And this Star Dragon is just going to chew on his face here. So We'll see if Morgur's able to hold up his leadership. Ungor spears piling in here. Oh, not going to quite be enough to save Morgur's leadership, unfortunately. Hounds come in, and oh, he just gets straight up killed by the dragon. Holy cow. Yeah, that's going to be a big problem. The Beastmen still, though, ahead on the balance of power for the moment, at least. The rest of the High Elf units are going to get chewed through, and the Star Dragon has taken a ton of damage. I'm not sure with Teclis's magic situation. Let's see. He does have regrowth, so he will be able to heal the Star Dragon at the very least. But that's really the only killing power he has left in this army, with the Silver Helms offline, and is it enough to beat the Butchers of Kalkengard themselves? I'm going to postulate probably not. We'll see, but these guys have 60 melee defense and regeneration. I mean, granted, the regen works against them slightly versus the Star Dragon because he does fire damage, obviously, and that makes them weak to fire. But it also regenerates their HP, and the fact that they still have all 12 unit models and that 60 melee defense, again, makes them super hard to kill. And you can see them just punching through here, you know, cycle charging various... let's see, Lothern Seaguard here, and this is also pretty bad. You can see that the Star Dragon is taking free attacks basically from the Manticore because the Manticore is almost fast enough to keep up with it. Looks like kind of a derpy attack animation there, but Teclis as well getting involved in combat with the Bray Shaman. Probably not the best. The Bray Shaman is able to kind of stabilize the leadership of the Beastmen forces here. We've also got plenty of Korok's Man Rippers as well. So there's quite a few high-tier units still perfectly healthy for the Beastmen. So despite Morgur getting absolutely gooned right there, I do think that the Beastmen are going to be able to pull out the win here. Just a very excellent build and a few key units just really not even being touched. I think the High Elves wrapped up their killing power in too few units. The Silver Helm was rushing in initially. While it did some good damage, I think he needed to play a lot more conservatively with them. But yeah. Yep. Yep. So, at this point, with the Star Dragon off the field, that's pretty much GG for the High Elves here. Just a matter of time before they hit critical army losses. But, oh man, a couple regrouped Silver Helms back here as well. Relatively healthy. Could have been used to good effect throughout the battle, but unfortunately were forgotten there on the side. So, it happens. It happens, certainly. No shame in that. But at this point, Teclis is being chewed on by Warhounds. And he's got, yeah, 2 units of Warhounds on him at the moment. So, that's pretty much GG. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that charge was weird. That's my problem with Silver Helms right there. Oh yeah, Curse Von Rare does cut their speed. I did miss that. Good catch, but and we're having a nice discussion about kiting, I can see in the chat, which is just great. Oh, man. Oh, that's the issue with the Lothern Seaguard. Okay. Yeah, that was tough. Let's see, Dimmy G. We've got, excuse me. Halo is technically up next, if he still wants to play. We've got A-Move is also on the list. A-Move Hacker, let's see, Shetland, Aristo. I can throw you on here, though. All right, so let's see. I'm not 100% sure how much longer I'm going to be streaming. Probably another 2 hours, so we'll try and get through as many as we can. But like I said at the beginning, so... excuse me, just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Just dying slightly. But yeah. Yeah, let's see. So, the list, as it stands. This is the list. I also have my goals in here for the new year. Happy New Year to you all, by the way. Thanks for coming out. And yeah, my my goals... gosh, guys, sorry. For the new year are... First, I want to stream at least 2 times a week, so we'll be doing plenty more King of the Hill streams. I really personally like this format quite a lot, so we'll be doing that. 10,000 subscribers is the goal of what I want to get to. Shouldn't be too hard. And in terms of Patreon, my goal is to get to 100 patrons by the end of the year. So with all of those, I probably realistically can start... doing this full time by the end of the year. We'll see. I didn't put that as one of my goals because I don't know that we'll 100% be there, but that is the goal. But yeah, Halo, if you're around, you can jump in, A-Move or Shetland. We'll just open it up to the first 3 on the list since we've got quite a few people to get through here. If any of you guys want to jump in, feel free. The lobby name is Koth 2019, and we'll do, let's see. If you guys need the password, you can PM me. So, yep. Hello, welcome. Good to see you. Hope you are feeling quite preserved, Mr. the Imperishable. Let's see. Who's joining? Who's joining? Shetland, let's get you in here. Where are you? He was here. He's on the list. Hey Ben, how's it going? Dimmy G. Well, Dimmy G, if you wanna, you're kind of further down on the list, but if you wanna hop in, I mean, at this point we're just kind of waiting on people, so by all means. Cap strikes again. There we go. Yeah, I haven't seen a move in the chat for a while. He might have left. That's possible. But looks like we got... who is Uncle Dad? Who is this? Should we stalk this person? Ah, it's Shetland Apache, of course. All right. Just quickly checking the social medias. Yep. Yep. All right. Map. In terms of map, let's do... Let's do Norden. Let's have some fun. Let's do Norden. Norden's a fun map. It's got some good terrain features, so... sorry, guys. My voice is just kind of dying right now. Okay. I'm going to put some music on and go just chug some water real quick while these guys pick their armies and I try not to die. Oh, maybe. If I turn the volume up. There we go. Okay. I think I'm okay now. We'll see. Hopefully my voice holds up. Yeah. Yeah, Bretonnia is pretty popular. It's interesting. In my tier list, one of the conclusions that I came to about Bretonnia is that they are very good against other high-tier factions. But they're, well, with some exceptions, they do struggle with the Vampire Coast, in my experience, big time. And likewise, the Tomb Kings can sometimes give you problems. Not as much, I would say, but... Yeah, sure, Halo, no problem. No problem. Thought maybe you had logged off for the day, but certainly if you're still around, you're next on the list, so we'll get you on the next one. Oh man, guys. Oh man. Prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves, that's all I can say. Mass black coaches. Probably. Oh, Tanya the Evil? Yeah. Yeah. Farl Kronz. I love it. That is the best name. Heck yeah. Farl Kronz. Love it. Absolutely love it. This music is so good. I don't even want to fade it out yet. That's how good it is. Oh man, yeah, we're probably gonna do. Let's see. I'm probably not gonna take any more names for the list at this point, just because I get relatively hungry. I want to maybe do like 4-ish more battles, 3 or 4 more battles, and then probably go get something to eat. So yeah. If your name is on the list and you have not gone yet, I will be prioritizing you. If you have gone, your name is still on the list, but if we managed to get to a few of you, I do have you in an order, so yeah. So Halo's up next, and then we've got Demi G, and then for repeats, if we get to you guys, we've got Amu, Aristo, and Zippos all also signed up. So, in terms of when I'm going to be doing this again, it's tough to say, but probably Thursday or Sunday I'll be doing this again. Apparently, Halo, that message is inappropriate and needs to be held. Alright, let's get into this battle here. Alright. Yeah, we'll see Black Phillip. I don't know. Typically, battles tend to take, the battle plus in between time tends to take about 15 to 20 minutes, so probably we'll only get to about 3 or 4 more, but yeah, let's have a look at these builds here. So, Vampire Counts versus Le Dwarfs and Dread. Fear. It is the man himself. The one and only Hellman Ghost. Yes. Oh man, Hellman Ghost here leading the way. We've got Graveguard with great weapons. Let's see. A Black Coach. We've got some Crypt Horrors. We've got Fell Bats. Mortis Engine, and a single solitary Black Coach that is already getting pounded by the Dawi Cannon here. We've got 3 Gyros with Brimstone Guns. A nice defensive position here from Shetland Apache with a front line of Norgremlings, Ironbreakers, Dwarf Warriors. We've got a Cannon, Thunderers, Peak Gate Guard to help deal with Ethereals, Miners with Blasting Charges, Dragonback Slayers with a Rune Lord, Thunderers, Dwarf Warriors, Miners. Yep. Standard stuff, but you can see that Black Coach has taken an absolute pounding. 1 unit of bats, though, being very cost-effectively used to screen out these Gyros. They're going to basically do no damage at all, but at least they can chase them around. Yeah, you can see these Crypt Horrors also running forward. Just full-on chub here. Blasting Charges do fire damage, so I'm curious to see Shetland chooses to unload his blasting charges into the Crypt Horrors here. It does look like the... Oh! They don't do a whole lot, but they do take a bit of heat there. And the Thunderers, man, the Thunderers up on the hill get a nice volley there. Those blasting charges actually do a pretty okay amount of damage. Nothing crazy, but considering the Norgremlings have plenty more, that's not at all a waste, certainly. You can see the Graveguard managed to take a few shots there. None of the unit models of the Crypt Horrors dropped, though, so That's relatively advantageous. Mortis Engine now taking the heat. Ooh, the cannon shot plus the thunder is doing about half HP in a short amount of time. Brimstone guns also do fire damage. They don't do a whole lot of damage, but they do fire damage. So, yeah. Against the targets that have that standard regeneration trait, they will be dealing extra. You can see the Mortis Engine is just about offline here. A couple more solid hits from a few different units, and it should get shut down. Meanwhile, the Dwarf defensive position is holding up quite nicely here. Miners with blasting charges will definitely die to Graveguard, no problem, but it will take them some time. Meanwhile, the Mortis Engine's crumbling here, taking more cannon shots, and yep, pretty much all offline. There it goes. So a very nice early catch by Shetland Apache, taking out that Mortis Engine. Now these Crypt Horrors are going to be trying to push through. Helmengorst needs to get up and get into melee to start putting that Mortis Engine effect down. He actually has the same effect, but it is conditional on being in melee. Where is it? Unless he just didn't bring it. Did he not bring it? I don't think he brought it. He didn't even bring the Mortis Engine effect on Helmengorst, so yeah. Unless I'm missing something here, but I don't think so. Regardless, Dwarfs do have the extra magic resistance of the Rune Lord, so it wouldn't be doing a whole lot of damage anyway. You can see the Graveguard are really going to be what's pushing through here, and the, oh man, Gorst, buddy, dropping the buffs in the center line here. Graveguard fighting with the Norgrimlings Ironbreakers. Basically worst case scenario for the Graveguard because Norgrimlings have 86 melee defense. This is the highest melee defense of any unit in the game, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but not to mention that, but they also have 90 unit models, which I want to say is more than the regular unit of Ironbreakers. Yeah, 75 for Dwarf Warriors. I'm assuming regular Ironbreakers are the same, but they have a full 90 unit models. You can see they are grinding quite well here. They are taking some damage, but they're doing quite well, all things considered. The Dwarf Cannon got shut down, unfortunately, though. You can see the Summon Train in the back line is pretty real. It's a major problem with the Dwarves, or with the Vampires, rather. The Dwarves can hold out. Their Skirmishers have good armor and decent combat stats, so they can hold out for some time. Likewise, these Bats, they've caught the Gyrocopters, but they're not going to do anything unless they give them, like, an invocation, or not an invocation, a Dance Macabre. But that being said, Gorstman is not doing well. He's getting pounded by those Gyrocopters, and getting very low on HP here. He, of course, has the standard regeneration trait, so he will take extra damage from that fire. And not to mention, the Thunder is on the high ground in guard mode. You can see very cinematically firing in, despite the fact Graveguard are trying to compromise their position. We've still got some Thunders able to fire in here, and Gorst getting very low, 1000 HP, getting pretty close to his healing cap, though. So he's managed to survive probably longer than he should. But nonetheless, Gorst's going to get taken out here, and I think we need to watch his demise in cinematic. That's right, Gorst. Stay down. You should have been someone else. Anyway. You can see the Ironbreakers here still holding out. Shoulder to shoulder, back to back, going to be just grinding through the rest of the Graveguard here. With the loss of leadership, of course, the Vampire count's going to start to have serious issues. There still are a lot of Graveguard with Grey weapons, though. That is something to be said. This unit, relatively healthy, cutting through these Dragonback Slayers here. But the Peak Gate Guard, on the other hand, can cut through these Graveguard no problem. They're going to be getting their big old rune hammers out and just pounding away, teaching these Graveguard why the game is called Warhammer and not, you know, Sword and Shield. But anyway, oh yeah, oh man, that guy got his arm cut off, but I'm sure his buddies will avenge him. The bat, I love the bat just like falling from the sky, landing on some poor Dawi. At this point, though, the Thunderers are getting routed off. The Sternsmen are doing relatively well. The Peak Gate Guard have also taken quite a bit of damage, so despite everything, I think that the balance power is maybe a little bit fraudulent here. I guess not. I guess there really are only these two units of shielded Graveguard, including the Sternsmen left. The Great Weapons are just about offline. You can see the Gyrocopters cycle charging a bit here. And yeah, that's some disintegration here. Probably going to be just mass army losses at this point. We'll soak up some more cinematics of these Dawi. Ah, that was a miss. Oh yeah, the downhill charge with the hammers. There we go. Nope. They all fell over. Oh well. Fun stuff. Gyros. Yeah, man. Yep, yep, yep. I like it. I love it. Unfortunately, it's just Helman Gorst. Fun battle. Gorst OP with 1 kill. How did he get a kill? How did he get a kill? Like, honestly, how does Helman Gorst even get a kill without that debuff, without that drain aura? Oh man. Sweet. All right, so as soon as Puggington bows out, Halo will get you in here, and that'll be it. Well, that won't be it, but that'll be you. So, oh, did the game crash again? I think the game crashed again. Yep. Fantastic. Yeah, you can see I've got Planet Coaster right there. Not currently installed, but right? Someone needs to hold the hill. I think the most wins we had today was 2, so the other day, Rightist, I want to say he got the most wins. He got 4 wins, and then Aristo got what, 2? Yeah. Today though, no one's been able to get more than 2. I mean, granted, Ziphos probably could have if he didn't yeah, do that ranged Skaven meme build, but okay, so we've got the lobby back up. Wait for these guys to rejoin here. Okay. Now that he's in here, I can pop out and go ahead and spectate. You got it, Aristo. 100%. That's the way to win with Gorst. Just take him on foot and as cheap as possible. Three, two, one. I guess I can say that on stream. It's no big deal. You know, I would never admit it, but I kind of like the Wood Elves. Oh wait, I just admitted it. Oops. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like the Wood Elves, to be honest. Strigoi on foot. Oh man, that's just awful. That is literally the worst. I don't know if I've ever actually heard a Limp Bizkit song, though, is the thing. Like, maybe once, maybe twice. Evidently, it wasn't enough to make an impact on my memory, so, yeah. At least the Strigoi is mobile. True. You're not wrong. Oh man, the meme Lord Gorst. Yeah, he should have been Abrash. Or, Abrash, is that who I'm thinking of? Maybe a different character. I don't know. I'm not super familiar with the lore, but the dude who's, the neck arc dude. Is that Abrash? Or Zacharias? No, that's who I'm thinking of. Zacharias. Oh, Philip, that's rough, man. Yeah, it's super intensive. This is probably, hardware-wise, one of the most intensive games that you can run. In terms of both your graphics and your processor. For campaign, especially, the campaign turn-ins, if you don't have a really good processor, they take extra long, and it's painful. But, yeah, graphically as well. I should probably cover up the armies, huh? There we go. Good old Crocky G against Throg there, who actually I don't know that we've seen either of those factions yet today. Happy New Year, Sass Bros. Good to see you. High school football coach. There we go. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is going to be wild, guys. This is going to be wild. Absolutely wild. How many buffs can we get on the Hammer of Witches? Yeah. Yeah, if you were to do a Dwarves, Tomb Kings, High Elves, and Vampire Coast all together in a 4v4, that would be disgusting. That would be absolutely disgusting. Oh, man. Oh man, yeah, especially once they release the Festag update, because they're changing Horn of the Wild Hunt. At least the last time I checked, they were going to. But Horn of the Wild Hunt is going to be not a speed buff anymore, but rather just a charge bonus buff. It's going to be like something crazy, like a 50% or more charge bonus buff, which is just insane. That is absolutely insane. That in Lance formation plus a WA and a 3v3. Oh man, like 200 plus charge bonus on Grail Knights probably, at least. Because you stack that plus WA and Lance formation are both like 20 to 30%, so you're going to be getting almost more than double your charge bonus. So, yep. Does that mean fat cat? Because, yeah, I don't know what that means, DJ. So I kind of don't want to say it, but if I had to guess, I would say fat. That means fat cat. There we go. Full row here, I'm an Albric. That's the best way. Or, you know, you could just take all 4 undead factions. Just take double vampire counts, Tomb Kings, and Vampire Coast all together. That would be the ultimate gross. Could you imagine how many summons you could get? Or, no, here's what you do, okay? You take Silostra, Noctilus, Silostra, Noctilus, Arcan, and either Manfred or the Neckarch. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Oh, okay, okay. Makes sense. Yeah, Nagarond. Yeah, it's a little bit close to something else, but we won't talk about that. Anyway, let's talk about these builds. For the Warriors of Chaos here, by Halo, we've got Prince Sigvald the Magnificent, no Manticores. I don't know that I've ever seen Halo play Chaos without Manticores, so this should be interesting. We've got Shaggoth, double Hell Cannon. Wow. We've got Chaos Warriors with Halberds here. Got Chaos Marauders up front, some great weapons as well. Very interesting army. I am genuinely curious to see how those Hell Cannons are going to do. We've got a whole bunch of Marauder Horsemen. And are these Pistoliers? They're grenade launchers. I am disappointed, Shetland. I am deeply, deeply disappointed. No worries, actually. Grenade launchers are a lot of fun, so I'm actually not at all mad about that. We've got Free Company Militia. Plenty of mobile units here. Looks like Empire Knights, Grey Wizard, Spearmen, more Empire Knights, plus Boris Todbringer. Very nice. More Empire Knights, Knights of the Blazing Sun. Lots and lots of Knights. So we'll see. I'm a little bit concerned about the monster killing power of this Empire army, but we'll see. No Demigryph Knights. No Demigryph Knights. Interesting. Yeah, these Hell Cannons are going to be rough, though. Gandalf having a happy Javelin Day. Melkos mystifying Miasma as the Empire Knights are then going to charge down the hill and try and get to the Marauder Horsemen here. They're down to 69 speed, so they still are pretty fast compared to... They are slightly slower with the Melkos up, but ooh, bit of a swing and a miss there. Actually looks like it hit maybe one dude. Oh man, he went flying. Holy cow, that's some hang time right there. But yeah. Empire Knight's going to be pulling back just a little bit here. They are in a little bit of a dangerous situation, kind of getting surrounded a little bit, but they might be able to zone these guys out. And yeah, you see he's got his Outriders kind of running a screen here. So depending on angle of pursuit, it does look like those Marauder Horsemen could be able to squeak away there. We've also got a Dragon over Shaggoth coming in, Spirit Leech, Hell Cannon shots. So those Empire Knights definitely taking some damage here. And the rest of the forces probably need to start advancing at this point. You know, the Hell Cannon, going to be pretty rough, but if you can manage to use up all the ammo of it without it doing too much damage, it could be advantageous. He does manage to catch some of these Marauder Horsemen here. And some of these Marauder Horsemen as well, getting caught up a little bit by the Empire Knights. Gonna have to be careful though. There is a Shaggoth on station, and he really doesn't want to lose this caster so early on. So, yep, wise move there to pull away. A nice Hell Cannon shot though, doing some good damage to those Empire Knights. That's some good value right there, certainly. So far, so good, though. Free Company Militia pushing up. The Spearmen also pushing up. It looks like Boris and the other Empire Knights also going to be making their way forward as well. Again, I am pretty concerned about the ability to take down this Dragon over Shaggoth. I just really don't see what units in the Empire army are going to be able to do so, but we'll see. The Outriders with grenade launchers making their way forward here. Ooh, a swing and a miss there by the Hell Cannons. They are chewing through their ammo at a pretty good rate here. One of them used up about a third of its ammo already, so that's pretty decent. Another Melkos going down on those Marauder Horsemen here, just continuing to bog them down. And oh, Ooh, a nice hit, hitting both the Empire Knights and the Free Company. Free Company, though, going to return fire on these Marauder Horsemen, do some solid damage there, and make sure they don't get too close. Gonna have to be careful, though. If that Shaggoth wants to, he could probably just come in and wreck those Free Company, although he doesn't really need to. The Hell Cannons can certainly fire in for now. Free Company, not the most expensive unit to be shooting at in the world, but certainly useful, and they are a good counter-skirmish unit for the Marauder Horsemen here, so yeah, taking down a unit model or two here and there. The grenade launchers now coming forward and starting to absolutely unload. You can see these light Marauder Horsemen just getting blown to bits. The Hell Cannon, though, continuing to drop shots. We've got Knights of the Blazing Sun coming through. These guys, with their higher charge bonus, will actually be able to do very well just straight up charging in the face here like this. So, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Knights of the Blazing Sun, one of the best looking units in the game, in my opinion. Going to be getting in here and just wrecking those Chaos Warriors. You can see that 78 charge bonus does a ton of damage, even to a very heavily armored infantry unit like Chaos Warriors. So, very good stuff there. More grenade launchers being thrown in at the light Chaos Marauders over on the flanks. That being said, Chaos is still relatively secure, and the sort of slightly disjointed advance of the Empire is in a little bit of trouble here. Shetland is going to be bringing up the rest of his troops there in a nice surround here, so Empire Knights should be able to start getting some good targets to start charging in on. The Knights of the Blazing Sun initially had done some really good damage to those Chaos Warriors, but it ended up being a little bit of a wash in terms of damage done, which is not super cost effective for the Knights of the Blazing Sun, but we'll see. Looks like more Hell Cannon shots going down. The Hell Cannons are just about out of ammo at this point, so oh man, look at that high angle from those grenade launchers. Not super accurate, but certainly impressive. Chaos new box. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's doing what he needs to. Those are very expensive artillery pieces, and if he can use up all the ammo on them, then he's definitely generated some solid value. Yeah, those grenade launchers are just unloading at this point. They're going to have to be a little bit careful they don't get counter-skirmished, but Chaos Marauders here not really going to be able to hold up against the grenade launcher onslaught there. You can see these Marauder Horsemen got a bit overextended and did get chased off there, but oh man, that Hell Cannon just getting excellent work done at this point. Again, the Shaggoth also completely healthy, so I really just don't know what's going to be able to take down the big nasty here. We shall see. Boris over on the far side with his Empire Knights trying to catch up on some Marauder Horsemen here, potentially get into this back line. The grenade launchers could probably start coming forward and trying to blow up these halberds. That would probably be a pretty good play there. But as it is, the Hell Cannons are getting pretty low on ammo, so if you can manage to dodge or otherwise force those other shots to miss, could be very advantageous. Free Company here, going to turn and counter fire. Ooh, those Empire Knights maybe could have got in charge speed, but it's hard to say. With the Shaggoth on station, probably risky move at the best of times, but Spearmen going to be coming in here. A little bit of a missed angle of pursuit there does mean that the Shaggoth's going to catch up and terrify away those Free Company militia. But Shetland at this point trying to stay nice and patient, uses mobility as much as possible, and not really be overly aggressive. The Knights of the Blazing Sun here chasing those Marauder Horsemen, still taking some jabs to the face, but they should be able to get some good work done there as well. You can see the Shaggoth is a little bit out here exposed in the open field, but again, the Empire really just doesn't have the tools to respond. Grinding 4 units of Spearmen may not be the best, but man, those Marauder Horsemen still throwing javelins as they rout. That's pretty impressive. But yeah, the Shaggoth being so isolated normally would be a big problem, but again, there's just nothing on this Empire army to really punish him for that. It does look like an enfeebling foe's been dropped here. Empire Knights charge in. Yeah, they're doing a little bit of damage here. The Spearmen are getting in, trying to poke him, wear him down a little bit over time, but I mean, as soon as the Shaggoth gets too low, he can just pull away from this engagement, right? So, friendly fire from that Hell Cannon certainly doesn't help, though. You can see once the Empire Knights get terrified away, he has no problem just pushing through those Spearmen, so big problem. That being said, Knights of the Blazing Sun charging here, doing really good damage to Chaos Warriors. Spirit Leech on them will do okay, but they do have magic resistance. Friendly fire from those grenade launchers, though, just unabashed. Absolutely wrecking them, and the Chaos Warriors with halberds as well coming in. So, yeah, one Hell Cannon looks like it's out of ammo. But, man, those grenade launchers do a lot more damage to armored infantry than I remember. They must have got an AP buff at some point that I wasn't paying attention to. But, yeah, they're doing alright. But, again, the Shaggoth, I'm worried about the Shaggoth here, but we'll see. Oh, yeah, Grail Guardians. I totally agree. Yep. Da-da-da. Yeah, Lords 2 shot each other. That's crazy. I bet on small unit sizes, yeah. That's crazy. Oh man, a nice shot coming in here, hitting those Empire Knights. The last few shots from this Hell Cannon here, getting some good value. Let's see, 55 kills there, 67 on the other one. A lot of those are Knights as well, so it's probably pretty good value. These Spearmen are having a hard time holding their leadership together, but the grenade launchers, on the other hand, are just absolutely exploding these Chaos Warriors here. So we'll see. There's still a lot of infantry left for Chaos. It's going to be an interesting one. We do have a sign-up sheet. It's just this right here. This is my super advanced sign-up sheet. My son, but yeah, it's closed for now. I'm getting pretty hungry, so I'm actually going to call the stream in just a minute, but I will be doing this a lot more often, so I don't know. Do you guys want more King of the Hill action later this afternoon or evening? I could maybe even stream again today. I was thinking of maybe streaming something else, though, like maybe some, I don't know, some Civ 6 or something. But, yeah. Yeah, next time I'll try and announce it a little bit ahead of time so that you guys can kind of know. But, yeah, plan on... Ooh, yeah, I don't want to commit exactly to anything yet, but probably Thursday morning will be when I do this next. Thursday morning, like 10, 11 a.m., so... Yeah, we still got one more battle here. I'm going to try and squeeze in Dimmy G if he's still around. But yeah. Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Always a pleasure. In terms of the actual battle that's going down here, a very pitched late game engagement as, you know, the Spearmen try and get in here. I would honestly maybe just keep them in reserve at this point to try and fight the Shaggoth in the late game once you've isolated all these other units here, but the grenade launchers are starting to slightly run low on ammo. He's going to have to pick and choose his targets a little bit carefully at this point. There's still 2 units of relatively healthy Chaos Warriors, one with great weapons and one with halberds, but oh, a very nice volley there, just rips through the flank of that unit. Meanwhile, over here, this unit of Chaos Warriors with great weapons still pretty much unchallenged at this point. These Outriders could definitely run in and start to grenade him a little bit there. Sigvald is also getting isolated by Boris here. This is the duel of the fates that everyone wants to see, probably. Oh, looks like Boris doesn't want it. So he goes ahead and pulls away there. Sigvald's going to stand back up, and yeah, this Shaggoth is trouble. Trouble, trouble. But we'll see. Shetland can finish off some of these Chaos Infantry here, but yeah, I just don't know how he's going to be able to take down that Dragon Ogre Shaggoth at this point. We shall see. Yeah, oh, the Shaggoth's exhausted too, though, is the thing. So it kind of just depends, and actually these Empire Knights are resting right now. They're very tired, so if he continues to rest them up and just uses the grenade launchers in this late game situation, just rest the Empire Knights, don't really use them too much. He is using them here, though, against the halberds, which is going to be a little bit rough, but yeah, you got to be careful of those grenade launchers too. You definitely don't want them shooting at the Shaggoth. That's basically going to do nothing, but here is some effective fire going in on those warriors with great weapons. Meanwhile, over here, the other unit's getting some effective fire on those halberds as well, who are starting to take some damage. It's taken some time, but if he can wear them down with the rest of the grenades, we'll see. We'll see. I'm just not sure about the heroic units and the monsters for Chaos. I think we're going to be too much in the late game, but yeah, certainly a valiant effort. Vacation every day. I'm down. Sure, go for it, Wicked. You can throw a link to Air's Discord. Absolutely. Absolutely. You can see Boris gets in here. He gets a couple hit on the Shaggoths, but he's going to have to be careful. If Boris takes too many hits here, it'll very, very quickly lead to army losses. But, yeah, the Outriders out of ammo, now charging in here. You know you're in for desperate times, but those Chaos Warriors actually get routed off, so it's really just the one unit of Halberds at this point, plus the Heroic and Monsters. But again, that Heroic and Monsters is enough to pretty much solo the rest of this Empire army by themselves, so... yeah, even if the Halberds get taken out here, I really don't think that, maybe, of course, as soon as I say that, Boris looks like he maybe wants to rally here, but he is still regenerating. Outriders on station. We'll see. That Shaggoth might be able to just straight up chase him off, but looks like the Outriders are going to try and go bail him out. Ooh, nice Knights of the Blazing Sun charge here through the fire and flames and the lag. Quick charge and then a quick disengage here just to distract those Halberds, but he did manage to break their attack order, so yeah. Yeah, unfortunately I don't think Boris is coming back. Despite having regenerated quite a bit of health, the Shaggoth is going to be able to chase him off the side, and that's going to be GG. Yep, Shaggoth's too fast. You can see the Empire forces very quickly starting to head towards critical army losses, so... woo-wee, fun battle. Fun battle. Oh, woo. Yeah, grenades versus Chaos are decent. They can definitely help take out the Chaos infantry. The key is as long as you have the monster killing power, and I think that's kind of where Shetland fell short a little bit. If he had brought maybe, yeah, maybe one less unit of grenades, one more unit of Pistoliers, and maybe even 2 more units of Pistoliers. And maybe you cut out the Empire Knights as well, bring some demis instead. Just a thought, but at this point, it's going to be the last charge of the Outriders into Sigvald and his Chaos Sorcerer buddy as the Shaggoth attempts to make his way back as... oh no, geez, he's still chasing Boris out here. Holy cow, Boris is almost full health, and he's still getting chased. Oh man. Meanwhile, over here, Sigvald and his buddy going to be taking on some Outriders here. Man, Sigvald is very tall. Holy cow. It's like as tall as those Outriders on their horses. Cutting a few down with each swing, very leisurely. I love how Sigvald doesn't get bloody either. Like, his shield will get a little bit bloody, but he won't, so... alright. Fun. Very well played to both players. And yeah, we've got one more here. We're going to grab Dimmy G. It's 321 is the password, Dimmy G. So if you want to jump in here, we'll have you take on Halo. And that'll be the last game of the day. I'm getting pretty tired. Yeah, I think this is going to be the last game of the day, so I apologize to all of you who got on the list a second time but didn't get to play. And for those of you who wanted to play for a first time as well, we'll be sure to get you in next time. So, yeah, when exactly that will be, I'm not 100% sure yet, but it'll be soon, certainly. Oh, lock her up. Yeah. Yep. Let's pop this guy back and see what people are saying on Discord. Yeah, it looks like my son Herbert Walker is going to be doing his own King of the Hill. So for those of you guys who are interested, I'll be dropping a link to his Twitch in just a minute here once we get finished up. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So I'll be sure to be watching that as I'm eating lunch. You guys will probably see me in the chat over there. But this is going to be the last game of the day for me. And Norsca versus Tomb Kings. Very nice. I don't think we've seen either of these factions yet today. So certainly will be a lot of fun. Halo versus Dimmy. Oh man, I'm excited. I like Norsca versus Tomb Kings. I think that's a pretty fun matchup. A chariot off. Yeah, with these two factions, certainly could be. Certainly could be. Maybe I'll jam today again with my friends. We'll see. I might throw something up on the Twitter if you guys are curious to see what kind of music we play. For those of you who are interested, you can find social media links down in the description below. I say social media links. It's really just Patreon and Twitter. I don't have an official Facebook yet. I don't really see the need. I guess I should probably make it just to secure the name, but anyway. It's interesting. I don't really personally use social media that much outside of what I do for the channel, just because I don't really care about social media that much outside of the channel. So, like I have a group chat with my family, and that's pretty much, you know, like I still have a personal Facebook account and Instagram and all that, but I don't really use them ever. So, yeah. Yep. Nope, looks like somebody's texting me. Yeah, Twitter, because of the character limit, forces people to make at least semi-coherent, concise thoughts, whereas, you know, Facebook is just, ugh, yeah. XMT grudge match, yes indeed. Who can meme harder? Will it be Halo, or will it be Dimmy G? Oh yeah, here we go. Glacial Lake, it's time. It is time. Settle every grudge. Yes. Alright, here it is. This is it. This is for all of the marbles. Actually, there are no marbles involved. I don't know why I said that. Alright, alright. Alright. Here we go. So let's have a look at the builds here. For Norsca, we've got double Frostworm. Very interesting. 2 units of chariots. We've got Wulfric and a Shaman Sorcerer Lore of Fire, both on horseback. We've got some Marauder Spearmen, some Marauders, a couple Javs, a couple Throwing Axes. For the Tomb Kings, we've got Skeleton Horsemen Archers. We've got some Blessed Legion of Demonetization, Tomb Guard with Halberds and regular Tomb Guard. Some Skeleton Spears and Warriors as well. Got Arkan the Black on a chariot, a Necrotect on a chariot, 2 Shabti Greatbows, including Chosen of the Gods, and a Tomb Scorpion. So, should be interesting to see how this goes. The double Frostworm potentially could be really, really dangerous, but at the same time, they're also pretty big targets for these Shabti Greatbows. That being said, that does mean the Shabtis won't be focusing on the chariots, per se. So, I'm interested to see how this goes. I do like this Norsca build quite a bit, actually. So, yep. Take a meme and multiply by 2. Are these guys a meme, though? Are they a meme? Probably. I mean, look at that face. Faces. Kind of cute in a weird way. But, yeah, Tomb Kings definitely freezing their butt off up here. Well, I guess they don't really have butts to freeze off, but... Yep, nope. But up here in the frozen north, on Norsca's home turf, the glacial lake, going to be taking them on directly. And how about that hang time, huh? We can actually go like under the chariot. It's an interesting view. Let's go ahead and just yeah, let's that'll be a cool thumbnail, probably. Yeah. Don't mind me. Battle is underway, though, and you can see these Shabti Greatbows already opening up shots here. The Skeleton Horseman Archers, vanguarded in the back, going to be making their way forward. If they haven't been spotted, the Marauder Horsemen could beat them in melee. But if they haven't been spotted, they are going to be able to come in here and do some good damage, for example, to these Javs and more, but we'll see. Chariots pushing up and around the flank. It looks like the Shabtis are focusing on the Frostworm, which is definitely a good idea, but at the same time, like I said, there's just so many targets that they could shoot at, but we'll see. The Tomb Scorpion can actually be used to countercharge the Frostworm relatively effectively, but oh, a nice breath. Oh, that did a ton of damage to those Tomb Guard with halberds in the back. Also hit them with the Frostbite, so they're down to only 18 speed. And, oh man, this is rough, though. This Frostworm just getting completely shreked by Shabti Greatbows. And a Spirit Leech, it looks like. Routed off, actually, already. So that's a lot of value. What, 1,700 points right out of the gate lost? So that's going to be rough. You can see the Chariots charging in the back line, punching through those Tomb Guard, doing some nice shock damage there. Friendly fired by the Fireball, which solidly missed Arkan the Black. And Shaman Sorcerer's going to have to be careful. A Skeleton Summon right on top of him does manage to escape from that. But you can see here the Skeleton Summons and everything. The Javs are going to get terrified away. Wulfric's also not doing great. He's just fighting Skeleton Spears, which is really not super cost effective at all. Very nice Burning Head, though, roasting out those Skeleton Spears. Going to continue on down the line and roast out, the Warriors, then the Spears. Not completely roasting out the Spears, but still doing a ton of damage, and hopefully allowing Wulfric to escape here and maybe go after, like, this Necrotect or someone else in the back line. The Blessed Legion has been bogged down here, but, uh-oh. Ooh, another nice breath attack there, just wrecking. But at the same time, you know, the Frostworms ended up just being huge targets for the Shabti Greatbows, and the bows not being shut down really need to not be just continuously firing here. But yeah, I think this Frostworm is also offline, so the loss of the 2 Frostworms is going to be pretty rough, put things pretty heavily in the favor of the Tomb Kings in terms of the bounce power. Likewise, Wulfric is taking a ton of damage too. The Necrotect is chasing the Shaman Sorcerer here, so this is what everyone wants to see, right? Man, that throwing axe sticking out of the neck of that skeleton right there too. How about that, huh? But at this point, things are looking pretty advantageous for the Tomb Kings. The Javs are unloading, though, just doing a ton of damage here. Good job charging in and just interrupting their line of fire. Wulfric managed to stabilize a little bit here. Looks like a Spirit Leech going down the Frostworm, which has regrouped and has managed to use 2 of its breaths, but still, losing that other one so early on in the battle was super rough, and I don't think this one will stick around very long due to its relatively poor leadership. That being said, this unit of Ushabti Greatbows is being dragged down here, so maybe... looks like Hunter of Champions also being dropped on Arcan the Black to debuff his speed, but Wulfric's having a really hard time staying out of the paws of that Tomb Scorpion, or the pincers rather, I guess you could say. But nice little chariot charge here, going to be followed up by more chariots. But looks like a fireball from that Shaman Sorcerer who had managed to regroup here. Will it make solid enough contact to do good damage to Arcan? It does pretty okay damage, nothing amazing, but nothing terrible. So yeah, Halo definitely trying to claw his way back here. It does manage to crumble off a lot of the units in the backline here. I believe all the Skeleton Horseman archers are pretty much done for. These Chosen of the Gods also getting dragged down very cost-effectively by Marauder Spearmen, that is. Another very nice Burning Head trying to bail out Wulfric, but it does look like Wulfric got caught up by that Tomb Scorpion in the end and finished off there. So a little bit of rough stuff, but we'll see if the Norscan forces can kind of re-secure here. Oh, the loss of leadership, though, from losing Wulfric is going to be a big problem, especially for like this Frostworm, for example, which already doesn't have the best leadership to begin with. And it does look like the Chosen of the Gods actually stabilizing here somewhat. The Frostworm's going to charge down into melee and try and finish him off. But that Tomb Scorpion still being completely healthy is a big problem. Likewise, the Necrotect and Arcan the Black also completely healthy as well. So, yeah, at this point, it's going to be a leadership victory. You can see the Frostworm actually shatters. And one more cheeky fireball just about finishes off Arcan the Black. But I don't think it's going to be enough to hold from critical army losses at this point. Yeah, it actually does look like there are still some Skeleton Horsemen here, but yeah. I think that's it. Yep, army losses. So very well played to both players. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. That was, that was quite the finish. Very nicely done by the Tomb Kings there, just staying calm, you know, providing the correct fire on the correct targets. I do sort of like the idea of the double Frostworm, but they ended up being just huge targets with those Ushabti Greatbows who absolutely paid dividends in seeing them off the field. The rest of the army pretty solid, but yeah, the Skeleton Horseman archers also performing quite cost effectively, especially this one that lasted until the late game. 80 kills on such a cheap and, in my opinion, not that great of a unit, but super solid overall. So yeah, thanks everybody for coming out, everybody who played today, and for those of you watching, commenting, liking, all that jazz, big thanks. So huge thanks to everyone. Happy New Year once again. Hope you all enjoyed this stream. If for whatever reason you're not subscribed, be sure to do so. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.